basically, when I look at a graph, the first thing I'm looking for is it obvious what the y-intercept is? So I go to the y-axis, right? And I look at the y-intercept. I'm like, oh, thank God. There's a 1 right there. You don't see it, but right, the graph is 2, 4. That's a 1. That is great news, because if I can see clearly what my y-intercept is, I know that I can use the y equals mx plus b form, because b is the hardest thing to find with your graph. We can always find 2 corner points, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Let's find our 2 corner points. We already found 1. So a corner point, once again, is I look at all these. You can see this grid. It's made up of a ton of squares, right? A ton of squares. So a corner point is any point that is on the corner of one of these squares, right? Those are called corner points. And we love corner points because it's easy to calculate things like slope and y-intercept. And so let's go ahead and find some corner points. We already found one there. Oops, I was using red, wasn't I? So we found one there, and then whoop, there's another one there. So once we find our corner point, we're going to do our rise over run. Once again, slope is rise over run. And it's the easiest to find when we look at a graph, right? Because when we're looking at a graph, we're going to go up. Our rise is how much we go up. Well, we're only going up 1, right? So we're going to go up 1. And we're going to go over. So that's our rise. And then the run is how much we go over. 1, 2, 3. That's our run. So we know that our slope is 1 over 3. The last thing I'm going to do before I plug things in is I'm going to say to myself, if I wrote my name on the line, which way is it heading? In a positive direction or a negative? So I'm writing my name, woo! It's heading up, which is positive. So my slope is positive. I don't need to change it. If it was negative and I wrote my name on the line, I'd have to make sure I'd add a negative, right? Put a negative in front of my slope. All right, so I'm going to put it all together. And we've got y equals 1/3 x plus 1. This is the name of this line. And once again, once we found the y-intercept, we just plugged it into there. And once we found the slope, we plugged it into there. All right, so make sure that you've got that down. And obviously, if you're watching something on this video and you have a question, you can always raise your hand in class and ask me. If you're watching it at home, you can always come in the next day and ask me. All right, now, this one, I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh no, the y-intercept is not clear. I can't really tell what this y-intercept is. I can guess. Like, I'm looking here, I'm like, maybe it's 1.4. Really, do I know? And so I can't play a guessing game unless I'm doing line of best fit, right? That's just about making a best guess. And so what I have to do then is I'm like, okay, I can't use the y equals mx plus b. It's not going to work this time. That's so sad. We love using that, all right? And so instead, I've got to use the point slope. And this is the way I like to write point slope. It just reminds, if you want to know, other teachers will write it like this, and all the books will write it like this. And to me, it's like, what? Y sub 1, x sub 1. It's just easy to remember. Plug something into those boxes. Plug the y value from the coordinate point into that box after the y, and plug it there. All right, so here we go. We're going to pick a point. Oh, no, first we got to find the slope. What am I thinking? Let's find the slope. So let's go ahead and find 2 corner points. Here's a corner point. Here's a corner point. I know slope is rise over run, so we rise up 1, and we run over 1, 2. So my slope is 1/2. And so the next thing I need to do is I need to pick a point, right? And so I can pick this point. So this point is what? Over 1 up 2. I could pick this point. This is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter. That's the cool thing. No matter what point we pick, if we plug it into this equation, we're all going to end up in the same place. And so what we're going to do, I don't know if you can see this. Let's slope equals 1/2. Pick a point. Let's pick a point, just point. We're going to use 1, 2. We could use 3, 3 if we wanted to. And now let's throw everything in. So we say y minus, this is my y value, so the 2 goes into there, equals my slope. My slope is 1/2 times x minus, I put the x value in there. I'm like, oh, I'm almost done. Let's see what this y-intercept really is. So I'm going to go ahead and distribute that 1/2. I'm almost done. I got to get rid of that -2, right? I'm going to get y by itself. So if I say 2 minus a half, well, that's 2.5, right? So I could say plus 2.5. I could say plus 2.5. I could say plus 3/2, right? All those things. Wait a second. Hold on. 2 minus a half. Ooh, Miss Overby, you're talking and writing, and that's not correct. 2 minus a half is 1.5. Because that's like 3/2. Well, that's not 2.5. Or you could write the 1.5 as 3/2. Okay, either way, that's fine. Yay, we did that. All right, so go practice that. I believe that's it for this video. Go ahead and practice that on that quiz number 3, and I will see you back for the next video. Bye.